Still Mesut Ozil. Arsenal were very lucky then that part of the body with which Martial leaned into that was the upper part of his arm.
Yeah, absolutely, there'll be encouragement for Martial. It's just that, will he become isolated as the game moves on? He certainly started looking a threat in this game. United can get players near to him. Rooney, Herrera, Mata, Mkhitaryan, and serve him. He'll cause Arsenal no end of problems.
Here's Jones. Smalling. Monreal. This is Rob Holding. Ramsey. Holding. Mkhitaryan who intervenes. Chamberlain just tugged back at him, but the referee lets it go. And here's Martial. Won back well by Holding. United allowed to play on, even though Koscielny may feel he was fouled by Anthony Martial then. Smalling. Mata.
You see that Arsenal back line trying to push up.
Maybe trying to show his strength there against Sanchez, ends up being tripped by him.
He started well, said before the game, he's tall, quick, strong. Alexis Sanchez, not easy to push off. He's tenacious, but he has done. Some of the Mata's delivery can be better from this free kick than the previous ones.
Rooney who'd wasted the previous ones, and he's in there now trying to benefit from a Juan Mata delivery. All the way across towards Henrik Mkhitaryan, who rings the header. It's from that ball that United are unable to make anything, although they have won a corner.
It's amazing from an Arsenal perspective. It wasn't a particularly great ball from Juan Mata, but from Mkhitaryan to have a free header at the back post and be able to put it back across. Pull from Arsenal.
Arsenal facing up to Mata again. Respite only temporary for Arsenal. Rooney, Mkhitaryan. Wins his trial of strength with Xhaka, now looks to take on Oxlade-Chamberlain. Martial. Carrick with the ball in, which Monreal had to deal with. Mata was around. Mkhitaryan, Carrick. Herrera. Mkhitaryan had made the run, but he couldn't find a way through to him, cleared by Koscielny. Rooney coming deep. Tuanzebe. Rooney. Flag up against Anthony Martial.
Leaving the space, so inviting. From Rooney's point of view, tries to force it. Martial made the run.
Here's Gibbs. Holding. Ozil. It's Jones. Now Smalling. Carrick. Darmian. Now Smalling.
Arsenal for possession at this point in the game.
Stayed in for Kieran Gibbs. Resists the challenge of Herrera. It's a good run this from Kieran Gibbs. Just overran it in the end and Carrick got there. Here's Rooney. First time from Herrera to try and set Martial away. Mkhitaryan bidding to get up there with him. Had to ease Koscielny out of the way and ends up getting a corner out of him.
As quick as Koscielny he needs to be.
Here's Sanchez. Xhaka. It's fallen for Danny Welbeck. Sanchez looking to take over the ball back to him, just gave him a little bit too much to do. Xhaka eases the pressure on United by giving the free kick away.
He's not the most clever Xhaka, I have to say. He clattered into Mkhitaryan in this far corner a few minutes before. He's just done it again, needlessly.
Tuanzebe, now Herrera. And Mata has broken and he is onside. He's got Mkhitaryan in the middle if he plays it early.
The principle of pushing up is fine from an Arsenal point of view. Oxlade-Chamberlain on the break.
The evaded Rooney is taking on Darmian now. It's a corner.
He's done well. As you say, Arsenal backline pushing up, but not coordinated.
So much for the new cordial relations. Welbeck looking to turn, and it's a block from Phil Jones.
He's trying to roll Phil Jones. He pulled it down well under pressure, Danny Welbeck. He got crowded out.
Ozil's corner. Sanchez was going for it, but Darmian got there, and Martial clears the decks. Here's Monreal. Xhaka. Ozil. Sanchez, now Ozil. Koscielny. Gibbs. Sanchez trying to play it in.
That's certainly been the biggest threat for Arsenal so far in those wide areas. Running off Mkhitaryan and Mata. If you just watch how high Rooney's got time and space on the ball, and he's onside. I think that's the danger for Arsenal. If Wayne Rooney just chip that more centrally, Martial's through on goal.
Well, another tricky trip awaits Arsene Wenger's Arsenal next Saturday from 5:15 on Sky Sports 1. We'll be following Arsenal at Stoke. And of course, Manchester United, the last visitors to White Hart Lane in its current form as they take on Tottenham, 4 o'clock, Sky Sports 1 next Super Sunday. Last derby didn't work out well for Arsenal. It confirmed that they would finish below Spurs in the table, but they are, by virtue of playing catch-up in terms of games played, still in the hunt for a Champions League place. But as things stand, they'd be out of the Champions League for the first time in 20 years. Tuanzebe. Let's have another word from Jamie Redknapp.
I've just been impressed with Martial. I think obviously with no Ibrahimovic at the moment, you know, you've got Rashford who's your number one striker, but this half an hour he's shown so far that he can really offer Man United something with some big games coming up. I think from Man United's point of view, Gary, he gives you that pace and on the break, and he's a completely different option, and he looks hungry today.
Yeah, he does. I think he enjoys it certainly more.
Ramsey looking to get in here, meant to pull it back to, including Welbeck. Smalling is in the way.
I talked before the game, just in the early parts of the game, should I say, about little passes down the side of the centre-backs. They're the ones that are going to cause Jones and Smalling the problems. And they're not as sharp as you should be, having coming back into the team. Those little runs from the likes of Aaron Ramsey.
At the half-hour mark, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain with a corner just beyond the stretching Laurent Koscielny. What can Sanchez make of it? It's a decent ball. Ramsey on the stretch. Ozil keeps it alive, and it's turned away by Jones. Good pressure this though from Arsenal. Sanchez playing a game of dare with Darmian, pulling it back in the end for Ramsey. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Now Ozil. It's Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain! Fierce effort, pushed away by David De Gea. And United, having held out, looking to make hay at the other end. Mkhitaryan at least winning the free kick.
United on the ropes there for 30 seconds. Ramsey's just made some really good runs in the last couple of minutes off the back of United. I think he's run off the back of Michael Carrick here. It's a lovely little ball from Alexis Sanchez. Ozil following up behind. Danny Welbeck at the back, not on the move. And this one, actually the deflection from Herrera takes it closer to De Gea, which makes it easier for him. It's a lovely little ball from Alexis Sanchez. Aaron Ramsey's runs are causing problems for United.
And that's fallen short, and Rooney's in! And Petr Cech spares the embarrassment of Holding, who'd put his goalkeeper in real trouble there.
Oh, what a mess from Arsenal. Not quite sure what Koscielny's doing. Holding makes a mess of it. I can't believe he tries to step across Wayne Rooney. Wayne Rooney, can he just see Juan Mata? The goalkeeper does well, spreads himself. He's got to finish that Wayne Rooney.
Well, that could have been a real embarrassment for Arsenal. Cech coming to their rescue. Rooney's corner, led by Welbeck. Mkhitaryan back to the corner taker. Tuanzebe was in the thick of it there, but it's headed away from in front of him, and Arsenal might hope to profit from a break, although United again have got plenty of bodies back. Herrera is the man who deals with it. Holding a player for whom they got great hopes. He was being relegated from the Championship this time last year with Bolton. He started the first 3 Premier League matches of this season, but only one since up until today, which was in a back 3 at Middlesbrough, although he did play in the FA Cup semi-final as part of the back 3 as well. Welbeck just missing the touch.
It's a good run.
Not too much in it so far.
Both teams have had a couple of good chances each. said, Martial, his threat on the counter-attack is good, but he's also his hold-up play. When the ball plays into him, it's sticking. And he's causing Arsenal's back three real problems.
There were many people who wondered if United's dreams had ended when Zlatan Ibrahimovic got that injury, but as ever with United, and as has happened in the build-up to this game, it just presents an opportunity to bring youngsters through, which is, as you know only too well, is what United have been good at down the years. Mourinho following in that traditional line. Sanchez. Here's Holding. Ozil. Now Ramsey. Gibbs. Sanchez to Ramsey. Holding. Nacho Monreal. Ozil. Ramsey.
He's getting free, Aaron Ramsey. Somebody's got to take responsibility for him. His touch let him down on that occasion.
Here's Xhaka. Sanchez. Now Mesut Ozil. Alexis Sanchez. Ozil. And Monreal to Welbeck. Sanchez trying to get it through to Danny Welbeck, and the flag is up. Followed it anyway, but he's never going to count.
He's just dropping in, Sanchez, and playing passes through, this time to Welbeck. Had been previously to Ramsey. He's on the side, is he? Really close, might just be offside, that left foot. Tuanzebe is just behind him. The assistant referee can't see the right back.
Tight margin, so maybe just as well Welbeck didn't get the clean contact he wanted.
I was thinking when you're Smalling, Jones, you've been out for a bit, those little runs, those little passes through the middle of you and down the sides, difficult to sort of get your bearings. You've been out of the team, the sharpness, the awareness around you of who's moving, when to stay with runs and when not to.
No doubt they've had to be rushed back into action because of United's injury woes. Another problem here with a head injury for Ander Herrera. Little break, which gives us a chance to have another word from Jamie.
Well, Gary's mentioned it. Aaron Ramsey's definitely been the player most likely for Arsenal. Just seeing him here a few times making those runs, just in beyond that Man United defence. And Gary said it before, those runs there, just in behind the defence, always causing problems, looking to be that third man run. Nearly gets on the end of that one. A good piece of play. And he's been the player that you thought something might happen every time the ball comes to him. This is another chance as well. You see him at the back post there, number 8. Just in here, Man United haven't really picked him up, got close enough to him, and he is the player that looks like he could score that goal or do something special here for Arsenal.
Player reportedly courted by United before he made his move to Arsenal. Aaron Ramsey scored the winner against them here 5 years ago. Wins against United have been few and far between for Arsenal in recent times. Played through by Sanchez, looking to set Kieran Gibbs away.
So he's just dropping happening again. But there's no real excuse for United, really. United have got 3 players in there, Herrera, Carrick and Rooney versus Xhaka and Ramsey, just the 2 from Arsenal, so really he should be picked up. United have got the overload, maybe Michael Carrick has to just pay special attention to him and take care of him, although he has got the problem of Sanchez dropping in as well.
Desperate to keep both routes to a Champions League place open. Stronger possibility maybe in the Europa League with their goal advantage from the first leg of the semi-final, but Liverpool have left United's domestic destiny in their own hands now.
United will be kicking themselves with those points dropped last week in Swansea. I know they've dropped many points at home, but that would have put them in a good position. Still got tough games, United. Including this one.
Really heavily involved in that Swansea match. Ended up giving away the free kick from which Gylfi Sigurdsson got the equaliser and saw United still get more points at home. Here's Mkhitaryan, cleared by Koscielny to Aaron Ramsey. He's got away from Rooney. And was short of close support. Back from Small.
It's a lot more comfortable for centre-backs when the ball's played from distance like it was then. It's those shorter passes that will always cause you the problem.
Spurs, United with remaining league games at Southampton and at home to Palace, though that latter one is just 3 days before a possible Europa League final. Here's Welbeck. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Now Xhaka. Ozil. Just trying to feed it into either Welbeck or Ozil. Ozil does get it in the end. Sanchez. Monreal.
Make sure Alexis Sanchez that he doesn't get into the trap of thinking just because he's played 1 or 2 decent passes from deep, that's the way he should play this game. I think United generally will be most happy if he's playing the other side of their defensive midfield players. He's just pushing up the field now.
And Herrera had misread a taking of a free kick, which ends up being retaken. Here's Ozil. Ozil gets it back from Granit Xhaka, and here's Oxlade-Chamberlain with a cross, which is dealt with by Jones. Ramsey will know now that he didn't need to get a touch on that. Sorry, by the way, if you picked up some language, some bad language there that you weren't supposed to hear. Many apologies for that.
Well, I thought it was a fluke earlier on in the game when I saw Mkhitaryan taking a throw-in, but I've now seen Mata take one on one side and Mkhitaryan take another, which means that United really are playing in a far more defensive way with the wide players taking throw-ins. I'm not sure that's needed.
Here's Koscielny. Ozil. Jones.
so important when you win the ball back and you're in deep defensive position that your first pass out when you win it back has got to be good, and people have got to sprint out to support. United just guilty on this last couple of occasions of not really moving out quickly, and the pass has been poor. Usually comes with a wearing down in terms of fatigue building and tiredness coming in when you're shuffling across like they have been doing.
Here's Xhaka. Holding. Now Koscielny. So Chamberlain just gets in behind Mkhitaryan. Trying to stick to his guns here. There's another run though. Chamberlain has been reinvented in this role since Arsenal switched to a back three. His last 3 starts have been as a right wing back.
He should fancy himself if he can get one-on-one against Mkhitaryan more often.
The 1 extra minute in the first half. Ramsey. Xhaka. Gives on the chase to Tuanzebe, trying to make up the ground, which he did.
There's a minute to go. Tuanzebe can be proud of his first 45 minutes in Premier League football. And get through this next 30 seconds.
Hold off Gibbs there, but pass found to Danny Welbeck. Xhaka tried to steer it through, appealing for handball against Carrick, who was just outside the box anyway. Taken here by Xhaka to Sanchez. Gibbs. Xhaka, Ramsey is always stretching to get there. No score at half-time, and both showing the value of a good last line of defence. David De Gea coming up with a couple of important saves from Ramsey and Oxlade-Chamberlain in particular, and Petr Cech having to get Holding out of trouble after a bad back pass had let in Wayne Rooney. Half-time, Arsenal 0, Manchester United 0.
The Premier League on Sky Sports. Brought to you by Nissan X-Trail.
What a feeling when we're dancing on the ceiling. Department, come on.
but you never started. You once destroyed a broken heart that was already shattered. Holding on to what we have and take us to the edge and back. Holding on to what we have and take us to the edge and back.
It's Herrera, now Mata. Wayne Rooney, who scored United's last winner here, tried to set Martial away, but he was offside.
He was trying to curve his run across the line, Martial.
Liverpool dropping points has opened a window of opportunity for Manchester United to claim a Champions League place via their league position. It would rely on them keeping up a winning run between now and the end of the season, with the distraction of their Europa League commitments. But surely it's an opportunity they would be keen to grab with both hands. Here's Ramsey. Now Mesut Ozil. Xhaka. Gibbs. There's Laurent Koscielny. Holding.
Lads covered it at half-time. The feature of that first half for Arsenal was those runs from midfield. It's going to be difficult for Arsenal to play balls in from that type of area. United will be happy with that. It was when they were getting it down in midfield, and with Darmian sticking so close to Ozil and to Anzebe, to Sanchez, it meant there were spaces sometimes alongside United centre-backs, which Ramsey ran into.
Caused United one or two problems in that first half. Finds Granit Xhaka, and here's Monreal.
Just see, just at the very bottom of your picture, Michael Carrick now with Ramsey. I'm sure Jose Mourinho at half-time will have mentioned to him, got to stay with his runs.
There's Anthony Martial. Mkhitaryan to Rooney. Darmian. Mkhitaryan taken down by Rob Holding. Here's Carrick. Martial trying to help it on. Herrera would have been offside anyway. Now Ramsey. Koscielny. Switching the direction, looking for Gibbs, who wins the header, but Tuanzebe's underneath it. Holding. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Touch from Ozil. Oxlade-Chamberlain trying to free himself.
First 5 minutes of the second half started at a pretty pedestrian pace. Both teams got the tempo, intensity in the passing.
Arsenal were in the top 4 until a couple of months ago, and since then have struggled to break back into that Champions League placing. Time very much against them, despite the fact they will still have a game in hand over United after this. Here's Aaron Ramsey. Welbeck. Rooney. Tuanzebe. Taken away by Tuanzebe. Xhaka feeding it immediately to Alexis Sanchez, but the youngster recovered well and Shows his strength there against Alexis Sanchez to recover the situation.
He's done really well. He's not showed any signs of nerves. He gave the ball away initially, but got back, showed composure when Sanchez was against him in the corner.
There's Mata. Herrera to Mata. Steered out by Carrick to Darmian. Wayne Rooney. Darmian. Carrick.
You see United start the second half. It's only 7 minutes in, but United have kept plenty of the ball in these types of areas. It's not been really quick possession, but they have control of the game. Arsenal winning it back now.
Holding. Here's Xhaka. Gibbs breaking behind Mata, who's appealing for the offside, but the flag stays down. It's a really disappointing cross from a promising position for Gibbs.
It's something that emerged at the start of the first half. Gibbs v Mata didn't quite materialise as the half wore on, but at the start of the second half he gets clear. Disappointed with his quality at the end of the run.
Here's Xhaka, who can hit them, and what about that? Stunning strike from Granit Xhaka to catch Manchester United cold.
Well, as he was lining up to hit it, Xhaka, I was thinking, no, he's not going to shoot from there. A ridiculous position to shoot from, but he ends up scoring a goal, breaking the deadlock. He gets a huge deflection which kills De Gea. He's so far out and you're thinking, what is he doing? But it's that deflection from Herrera. He turns his back. And it means there's a wicked loop on it which gives De Gea absolutely no chance. And Arsenal, with a great deal of good fortune, go 1-0 up. United will have to come out now. Turns his back, Herrera. You shouldn't turn your back. He's had a good season. He should not have done that. He's got to stand up and take it in the chin.
Well, United stunned by that. Granit Xhaka, who is urged to shoot when he gets a sighting of goal, because Arsenal supporters have seen him do it before. He did need that good fortune of the looping deflection off Ander Herrera, but he'll take that. Only previous Premier League goal for the club at Hull earlier in the season. Here's Monreal.
The game was going nowhere that first part of the second half. Both teams looking a little bit lethargic.
Manchester United's long unbeaten run in the Premier League under threat here. Smalling to Nzebe. Mata. Sanchez to Ramsey. That's Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Mkhitaryan defending against the possibility of a corner to win the throw-in. Let's get a first word in this second half, a second half that's been livened up by that goal from Jamie Redknapp.
Mind you, it had to be made, didn't it? It was absolute putrid before that. I mean, it was not much of a game. I was thinking, come on, someone's got to do something. But it needed that, special shot. I'll come back to you quickly, Rob, in case something happens here.
It's Oxlade-Chamberlain is trying to make it happen, and it's defended for now. Martial losing out over holding, and Arsenal still keeping the squeeze on. Welbeck scores against his old club. Danny Welbeck, the former Manchester United player, may just have ended their long unbeaten run in the Premier League.
Jamie Redknapp was just saying how bad the start of that second half was, and Arsenal have lit it up inside 2 or 3 minutes. It's Oxlade-Chamberlain, persistence on that far side. Damn, he doesn't get out anywhere near quickly enough. It's poor from the full-back. It's a wonderful, wonderful cross. The quality's been poor all day from both teams. Well, that is a fantastic bit of quality. And Chris Smalling gets under the ball, and it's just whether Danny Welbeck can control his header. The pace is on the ball, and he uses that to power it past De Gea. It's above him. It's past him before he knows it. This game will be out of sight if United don't react quickly. Welbeck, 3 goals now against United.
The other two both at Old Trafford, one of which put them out of the FA Cup. That one may well have put them out of the race for a Champions League position via their league placing. At least they do still have that other avenue open to them via the Europa League, of course. Just 2 minutes and 9 seconds between those goals. Granit Xhaka starting it off with a long-range effort deflected in by Herrera. But what a happy moment for Danny Welbeck, who hasn't had to do it all his own way since he made the move from Old Trafford here. He's had 2 long spells on the sidelines with those knee injuries. But a really positive moment for him there.
And it'll be interesting now to see what Jose Mourinho does. Will he blink and bring on Pogba and Rashford? Lingard's getting stripped, but you can't think now that Jose Mourinho with this game at 2-0 will risk Pogba and Rashford. You think with the game coming up Thursday, he may have to half let this one go. He'll want the players on the pitch to get back into the game for him, but I'm not quite sure he'll risk those two. Europa League becomes an even bigger priority now, I would think. But Darmian had to get out quickly. He stopped the first cross. Why he didn't sprint out towards Oxlade-Chamberlain? Give him just that yard or 3-4 yards to cross it, and it was a wonderful delivery. Chris Smalling's not touched tight in the middle. Fantastic moment for Arsenal, poor from United.
Gibbs. Jose Mourinho had led us to believe he would fill his bench with youngsters. He has got another youngster there in Marcus Rashford, but one who's very much an established part of the first team setup now, and it looks as though despite the injury he got on Thursday after scoring his goal, he is going to come on here as well as Jesse Lingard.
I'm surprised. I'm not surprised at Lingard, I am surprised at Rashford. Having travelled back from Spain, having played with him being so important, I think he wouldn't be risked.
Mkhitaryan has struggled to make an impact, so he's being replaced by Jesse Lingard. And they're holding fire on Rashford just for now, but with that big second leg looming this week against Celta Vigo, it will be a gamble from Jose Mourinho. Send out a player who took a long laboured walk off the pitch after a free kick that won the match in Spain.
Do you think Martial come off? Lingard for Mkhitaryan give him a rest for Thursday, and likewise with Martial.
Koscielny. Monreal. Strong header from Smalling. Koscielny there. Here's Rooney. Carrick gets the touch. Here's Darmian. Lingard. It's Mata's cross. Cleared by Xhaka. Jones.
Here, Ander Herrera is coming off also. It would be important for United on Thursday night.
Misunderstanding there between Herrera and Anthony Martial. Jamie Putrid, I think you called it earlier, but different game now.
It's livened up now. I've got to be honest, I don't know what Gary thinks here, but I've watched United, and you said Mkhitaryan, he's really struggled to make an impact. Do you know why? Because we've been playing deeper than a left back. You've had Juan Mata as right back, being like a back six for United. This team's cost £250 million. I'd expect a lot more from what they've offered, certainly in the second half. They've been so defensive, and they've got really what they deserve because they haven't had a go. They've not tried to come out, and Arsenal have got those 2 goals. And yet now you're hoping for Rashford, Gary, to come and make a difference for you.
Are they passing Maltese on the bench behind? Look like it. No, I absolutely agree. I think the thing is with this tactic, it served United well in these last 3 or 4 weeks, but obviously when you do go 1 and 2 goals down, it does look poor. You know, they were a back six. Mkhitaryan's been so deep, so has Mata, but it has served United over these last few weeks and got them through games. It's not working today so far. United now have to come out. United have gone 4-4-2. Martial and Rashford up top, Lingard to the left, Mata to the right. This is Rooney and Carrick in midfield.
Rashford, still only 19 years of age, made his impact in the Premier League with 2 goals on his debut in the competition in the home win against Arsenal last season. But in the absence of Zlatan Ibrahimovic, he's become a main man of that United strike force now, and they're going to need him to do something here. Rooney, Lingard. Here's Anthony Martial. Oxlade-Chamberlain, who put in that wonderful cross for the goal, attending to his defensive duties there. But Rooney picks it up again. Foul by Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain on Jesse Lingard.
Bit of brightness from Lingard. Just pops it around the corner. Is it shooting range or just a little bit in between maybe? Rooney might fancy it. Similar to the position he scored Stoke away from. Sort of area. It's worrying check enough to set up a wall.
Well, the quality of the set pieces from United has let them down so far, but they need something special now. It is Rooney.
It's comfortable for Cech. Just falls towards it in the end and parries it behind.
Wayne Rooney with the corner. It gets Smalling. Away by Monreal. Jones. Here's Darmian. Martial and Lingard are both hoping to get there. It's cleared to Mata. And Mata again tries to place it for Lingard, who slipped. Oxlade-Chamberlain for a United corner.
United have livened since the substitutes, as you would imagine. Far more positive in this last 5 minutes.
corner, which Arsenal are able to deal with. Sanchez, Ramsey, Xhaka. Here's Welbeck. Ozil trying to feed it back through to Danny Welbeck, but that one does get away.
We're going to see the goal again. I mentioned Darmian. He does well on the first one, he blocks it, but just watch him here now. He runs out straight, and then he doesn't get out close enough to Oxlade-Chamberlain. He just allows him a free cross. I have to say, Chris Smalling's got to be tighter in the middle. Tuanzebe behind him is with Sanchez. He can't get in and react quickly enough.
First booking of the game for Laurent Koscielny.
He just took one there. Koscielny knew exactly what he was doing.
United had tried to take a quick free kick, but the referee was still noting the name, so Juan Mata will get another crack here. Mata who goes long with it. And yet again they haven't asked a question from the free kick. Oxlade-Chamberlain, now Xhaka has Ramsey breaking through the middle, and it's Carrick who diverts it from danger for now, but Tuanzebe's got to be strong here against the Welshman, and Ramsey does win it back. Sanchez, blocked by Jones. Xhaka going for glory again.
Arsenal being 2-0 up, they can afford to be a little bit deeper, more compact and counter-attack on United, which is just what they did then. This is the one that falls to Xhaka.
Well, Arsenal have stepped it up significantly in the second half.
The first goal's everything in this game. We said at half-time, didn't we, that whoever got it would be very difficult for the other.
Here's Marcus Rashford. Now Lingard. Martial. Ramsey. Gibbs. Foul by Axel Tuanzebe. Some another word from Jamie.
I just think about Granit Xhaka, because he's been a major disappointment this year, and I think a lot of Arsenal fans think, well, for the same amount of money you could have got N'Golo Kante, but in fairness today, I think he's played well. He's got a couple of good passes. He has got a very cultured left foot. He struggles to get around the pitch, and I think that's his problem. That's why he gets so many bookings, but today he has done better. I think it's his first season in the Premier League, and maybe you might see the best of him next season, but that goal will certainly help him. I don't think he's really adjusted to the Premier League as well as what he should, Gary, do you?
No, not at all. I always think he's rashing games as well, and he doesn't particularly get on the ball for Arsenal. I always think of Arsenal's midfield as being fluid and really good on the ball and setting off the combinations. He is a presence. It is his first year in the league, and as you say, Arsenal will be very hopeful that he can get better next season.
First season in the Premier League has been disrupted by a couple of red cards as well that he picked up.
I think he'll always get those, the way he tackles, the way he approaches the game.
Here's Ramsey. Sanchez. Tuanzebe did well. Finds Rooney.
It was a big test for him, that. To Sanchez up against him. Going one-on-one. He did very well, Tuanzebe.
Player born in the Democratic Republic of Congo, but grew up in Rochdale, an England youth international, Tuanzebe. More renowned at youth levels as a centre-half. He's in pursuit of Sanchez again there, but it's Ramsey who's picked it up, so he follows him. Now Gibbs.
He's got perfect attributes to be a centre-back. He's strong, quick, aggressive. You've seen he can tackle already as well, just taking the ball off Sanchez once or twice.
where United have been disrupted this year. Ozil got away from Rooney, an inviting ball, and Jones was just shielding it from Welbeck. But the danger still not over. Arsenal looking for another. Got away though from Alexis Sanchez that time. It was Manchester United who ended the long unbeaten run of the Arsenal Invincibles, and even though United's run doesn't quite compare with that, 25 league games unbeaten, Arsenal set to end it here. One from Carrick, push from Rashford, and Koscielny, free kick.
Ozil did well. When he gets into this position, he goes past Wayne Rooney, just drives through the middle of Rooney and Mata. He looks up, he's never quite there, Danny Welbeck. Wasn't quite up with play. Points towards his teammate.
Here's Monreal. Sanchez. Gibbs. Trying to feed it through to Welbeck. Darmian. Carrick. Nowhere to go for Phil Jones. Chelsea could be inching closer to the title when they take on Middlesbrough tomorrow. Our Monday Night Football on Sky Sports 1 starts at 7 o'clock. And bearing in mind that slip from Spurs on Friday, very much all to play for Chelsea, and also for Middlesbrough themselves, of course, who very much got a fight of their own on. Gibbs. Smalling. Carrick. There's Lingard. Missing Martial out wide. Jesse Lingard. Rooney strike.
Wayne Rooney able to set it up almost like a free kick at the edge of the box, and goes to whip it back towards that near corner away from Cech.
There's the opportunity for Jose Mourinho to slip away here. So for Arsenal with Xhaka down. Desperate not to come off, bearing in mind the impact that he's made already. Let's have a word from Jamie.
Just want to look at 2-0, actually, Rob, and Chris Smalling. I agree with Gary. Darmian doesn't do well enough. I think what happens to Chris Smalling, he gets a little bit, as he's coming to push out, he doesn't see Danny Welbeck's in an offside position, and by the time he sees him, it's probably too late. It's a great crossing, it's a brilliant header, and it reminds me of a header that a certain Thierry Henry scored a few years ago. I think it was a Manuel Bouet cross. I'm sure Thierry will tell us after the game, but very similar header, a really good piece of play. And when he's like that in that form, and I know you played him as a young player, Gary, he has got tremendous ability, isn't he? Good athlete.
Yeah, he has. And it's been injuries that held him back. I think when United sold him, hugely surprised. When you think you need 3 or 4 strikers in your pool, local lad, Raúl van Gaal didn't fancy him. He's been held back through injury in this last couple of years, he really has. But he's a fantastic striker on his day.
Well, an injury blow spoils Granit Xhaka's day. He had to come off in the last game against Spurs, and We were expecting not to see him out there at all today, but he's put in a good shift. Of more than 3/4 of the match, he's got his goal and now been replaced by Francis Coquelin. Martial finding himself outnumbered. Coquelin getting his first involvement. There's nowhere really to go. The push from Rooney gives Andre Mariner an easy decision to make.
It's just for Arsenal about how well they managed the game, taking the time on free kicks, things like this. Czech just drifting over, won't be in a rush.
For the man dubbed a specialist in failure by his opposite number some 3 years ago, this would be a particularly sweet success. It would be his first in the Premier League against Jose Mourinho. Relations between them have supposedly thawed, but then that might be a double-edged sword for Wenger, because when Mourinho starts to patronise rather than criticise you, maybe it's because he fears you less as an opponent.
I just think when you look at United this season, every time they've had a chance to get near that top four or even go into it, they've just fallen short and haven't been able to capitalise on other teams dropping points. And that'll be the story this season.
Quite often it's been at home that Manchester United have let themselves down in games you would have expected them to win. Martial unable to bring them back into this one because of Oxlade-Chamberlain's block. He's played a pivotal role again today, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Ozil. Sanchez. Ozil. Coquelin. Holding urge to shoot. Koscielny. Monreal. Sanchez. Back from Mesut Ozil. Inslogs, Monreal, Gibbs, Sanchez. Build-up this so far for Manchester United, looking ahead to that second leg, although undoubtedly Jose Mourinho will refresh his team again.
Yeah, I think the one thing to say is it's hard when you make 8 changes all at once. For the players coming in, likes of Mata, Smalling, Jones, Tuanzebe, not played a lot of football recently. Touches in the opposition boxes down in the second half. They haven't had one. They were all in the first half, and that's been the biggest problem. They haven't been able to damage Arsenal.
So are we going to see the youngster McTominay? Mata. Darmian. Lingard held up by Holding. Rashford looking to make inroads. Cut out by Koscielny, and here's Rooney.
Well, he should be angry with himself. He's had the sight the first time. And when it falls to him again in exactly the same position, at the very least he has to do is hit the target. He goes for the same corner. Puts it over again.
just that one substitution left at their disposal, and it looks as though Jose Mourinho is going to use it with the introduction of the youngster for his debut. There's Carrick. Rooney trying to find a way through for Rashford. Cleared though by Gibbs. Carrick. Mata, Rooney. Rashford. Standing up to him. And again.
Pulled into wide areas, Marcus Rashford. Getting a little bit of joy. A little bit more space out there.
Ball in by Lingard.
It's good from Lingard. It was really good from Koscielny.
Here's Darmian. Jones. Rashford. It's a long way back then to Tuanzebe, and Alexis Sanchez was in the way. Arsenal are going to make their substitutions before United use their final one. And off comes Danny Welbeck after a day for him to remember.
I can be happy with his day. Brought in for Giroud. This is his goal. He just steps back in, as Jamie said before, from an offside position. Gets in behind Chris Smalling, and it's just about his technique. It's really good. Gives De Gea absolutely no chance. Uses the power on the cross to his good. Good day for him.
So Giroud on for him, and the other change sees Hector Bellerin coming on for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, and another good day for him as well. And here comes a significant change for Manchester United, because it represents a debut. In place of Juan Mata, it's Scott McTominay with his first appearance at first team level, which may be a sign that Jose Mourinho is setting greater store by long-term goals than short-term goals here. Blooding McTominay in this fixture, a player who can play as a midfielder or a second striker. A player who apparently used to alternate with Marcus Rashford in the under-16s, playing a half each, but who has literally shot up over the last few years. He was 5'6" at the start of last season, and in the meantime he's somehow grown to 6'4".
If the score does stay the same, United won't be able to take too many positives out of today, but the one that they will be giving these two young kids a chance. Particularly Tuanzebe, I think he's done really well at fullback against a fantastic player in Alexis Sanchez. He stuck to his task really well. I'm sure if he spoke to Sanchez after the game, he'd say he's had a tough game. He hasn't been able to get the better of the youngster yet.
Yeah, not as if either Arsenal goal came from his side. Rashford. Ozil. Off the ball. to the Manchester United supporters who've had better days on the road, much better days on the road this season.
And a few of them losing faith.
Last time they were defeated in the league, also in London at Chelsea. Here's Rooney. Monreal. Sanchez blocked by the youngster McTominay, out to Marcus Rashford, who wins the free kick. Holding. Carrick.
Wayne Rooney has had plenty of shots on goal, 6 out of United's 9, only a couple of them on target. The best one in the first half, where he should have done better with that one, that Petr Cech came out at him quickly. He had Juan Mata alongside him as well.
Rooney has enjoyed playing against Arsenal in the past. He scored 14 goals against them in his career. Rashford withdrew himself, knowing that he would have been offside. There's McTominay. Now Darmian. Smalling. Carrick. Martial with a cross. Cut out by Laurent Koscielny.
Well, outstanding Koscielny, he really has.
Rooney. And a deflection on its way through. Seems fashionable to play with three at the back. Do you think it suits Arsenal?
Not as much as it does, say, a Chelsea. I mean, obviously it's only started on this system a few weeks ago. It doesn't look as natural to them, but serving them okay, particularly on today. I think he'll be happy, very happy with what's happened in this 8 to 9 minutes. Arsene Wenger. First goal from Xhaka changed everything in this game. He didn't seem to be going anywhere until that point. And they hit quickly again.
Son of a gun.
So now's the time. Who's your man of the match?
Well, between two players, Koscielny I think has been outstanding, but I'm going to go for Ramsey in midfield. He's been very good today. First half, a lot of good runs. Played well in that centre of midfield, in an area which Arsenal I think have struggled in these last few months.
Ozil. 3 added minutes. That's how close Arsenal are now to beating Manchester United here for the second season running. Still a goal short of matching last season's scoreline. In a ground where the atmosphere has sometimes been toxic in the Premier League this season, this will be a big boost, a big highlight. Here's Rashford. And it is the man of the match, Aaron Ramsey, who's back in position to defend that. Coquelin who switched it, looking to set Alexis Sanchez away. Tuanzebe needing to stay in control here, and he does to keep him at bay for now. But Sanchez still plays it in just beyond the reach of Ozil.
It's a footing. It's the type of thing you normally see from a good Arsenal team when they're at the best. Those little reverse passes inside the box, playing that extra pass, just trying to feed Ozil in there. Alexis Sanchez.
Here's Martial. Rashford's ball in. Smalling wins the header. McTominay with the strike. That would have been something special to take away at least.
Just a little bit behind him. Did well to control it. Just on the second ball from a Smalling header. Just a little touch off Wayne Rooney on the way.
Not the ideal preparation for the second leg of their Europa League semi-final.
No, they wanted to get results there, obviously, but he'll know the risk he was taking in changing the team and making those 8 changes.
Ramsey. Ozil, he's got a man over in Gibbs if he can find him, and he has. Tuanzebe trying to stick with Kieran Gibbs, who gets his cross in, but it goes behind. It's a goal kick.
Arsenal fans were celebrating, thinking it was the final whistle.
Well, it wasn't too premature in the end. A rare highlight in a difficult Premier League season for Arsene Wenger, whose thawing of relations with Jose Mourinho comes in a week when for the first time he gets the upper hand over him in a Premier League match. Former United man Danny Welbeck sealing the victory after Granit Xhaka's deflected strike off Ander Herrera had set Arsenal on their way. Aaron Ramsey outstanding in this performance for Arsenal, which brings Manchester United's long Premier League unbeaten run of 25 matches to a shuddering halt. Their first league defeat since the defeat at Chelsea. So it's all smart.